he said that there's actually a rather famous young man in the audience that is actually the world champion of air guitaring. Anyone been doing some air guitaring? No? No, he's a bit shy? Okay, maybe later we'll have an air guitar off. So Jim Hall, the next poet, is also someone that frequently saves my life, because I have a lot of nervous breakdowns where I say, oh, I'm writing so many poems, I feel so overwhelmed. And Jim goes, calm down, Deborah, have a lollipop. And just pats me on the head and lets me have fun with my life. He is also just a great teacher and PA. He's PA to another one of the Mouthy poets called Marisa, who can't be here today. So really caring guy. I want to give you a massive round of applause to Jim Hall.
Wow, it's quite something walking out to see all you guys. The air guitar guy, I think he's left. Did anyone else see that? I know you guys saw it. Yeah, this guy saw it. He was just down there, and he was rocking this air guitar. I'm not sure how old he is. He's not here anymore, but he was incredible. So yeah, try and catch that guy if you can. Okay, so who is from London that is here right now? Can I get a shout? Can I get a woo? Like, who is not from London? Can I get a woo? Who is from Derby? Oh, okay. I was always setting myself. Oh, someone is. Wait, where? It's the air guitar guy. Hello. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, I feel a bit bad now. You were incredible. I was just giving you a lot of support. Maybe when I do my poem he'll come back, but there's no air guitar, so he'll probably just run away now. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, so we're in the Olympic Park right now. I'm just going to adjust this mic. There we go. Yeah, no, just in case you didn't know, we're in the Olympic Park. Can I get a lot of appreciation for that right now? Everyone here is in the middle of the Olympics 2012. Can I get a crazy cheer? Like, you're part of history right now, it's crazy. So a lot of stuff happens here within this space, and yeah, like, I just tried to write a poem to explore that. So I'm just going to launch into it. It's called Rough Part of History of a Competing Olympian. My first word was a mispronunciation of anti-disestablishmentarianism, an expression of wanting to start early on the climb towards that which is too far out of reach to even consider achieving. A high jumped out of my mother's womb, barely formed hands grappling with the midwife's scissors so I might cut the umbilical cord quicker. Whatever it took to set a Guinness record for the fastest individual to ever enter the world, ever. At barely 5 years of age, I knew what it meant to sprint the length of my imagination, learned how to slam slammers like Thomas Wajowski launch a shot put, until toppling that unchallenged Year 6 prefect who had never lost a single game of Pogs became a real possibility. I was the boy who smuggled his father's home-based gardening shovel into Fiat Punto boot, where it scowled at the drooping plastic red spade of my brother, as if berating its scrawny figure for the sandcastles it will never possess the stamina to build. Once, in the peak of a family party, post failing to unwrap the final layer and pass the parcel where I was the oldest player, I drowned the Victoria Sophie's dummy in a stone water feature, shoved a fist into Uncle John's portable CD player, cursed time itself for not stopping at the correct moment. From then on, my fingers momentarily itched to press pause 1 minute 12 seconds into track 8, if ever parents chose the Tweenies official soundtrack at future children's parties. My parents knew I was different. After the Tiddlywink set they bought me for my 9th birthday caused both thumbs to bleed in a single day. My flustered father caught my wrist, gnarled as a Kentucky blues guitarist, dragged me to the Early Learning Centre's customer service department, searching for answers in the poker faces of hubba chubba chewing female staff who timidly shook the packaging as if anticipating a mesh of tripwire. Tucked in for the night, I whispered to the spaceman floating along my wallpaper. I probably just played too hard. Slept dreaming of ways to tell the truth. That I just found it the most thrillingly beautiful thing. To be convinced you could practice hard enough. You could convince yourself you could flick a minuscule red disc directly into the sunset. 21 years on, and I still teach my youngest to aim only for Indian Ocean when skimming pebble rocks across floundering Mablethorpe waves. Freeze 3 seconds into pre-event Claire Boulding interviews. The right words falling away from my mouth like collapsing hurdles when she asks how hard I must have trained my body for this. There is a reason athletes recoil momentarily from the presence of microphones after winning that has nothing to do with the need for regaining breath. It's just, put into words what this really means to you is always the most difficult of questions for us to ever answer. To explain what it is to wake with starting pistol in place of heart race, the way your lungs curve into running tracks, crawling with spandex personal trainers, monitoring the correct technique of every single exhale, that you cry rewatching archive footage of Daley Thompson more than you ever will during that ending to Toy Story 3. Why gold and silver crockery were banned from the household for a 4-year period, while third and place felt like swear words if ever said accidentally at the dinner table. Some days, you are the record-setting lap inside an empty stadium, stripped of light in a country you can barely pronounce. And some days, you are the highest raised national flag, billowing against tribal drum and weeping chorus, that your heart is the Olympic park, a cacophony of hope, weighted with fear of failure, the one place in which you will sweat out the most honest parts of yourself, where you will compete openly and unguarded, knowing no amount of focused preparation will ever guarantee you a smooth landing. Thank you guys, you're awesome. Woo!